Satisfied with your bank? Have you considered a credit union? Midwest America offers about any service you need. The convenience of free mobile banking, debit cards, ATMs, free online banking and bill payer, competitive loans, mortgages, and more. Deposits insured to $500,000. Hey, consider this an invitation. Your next bank should be a credit union. Midwest America Federal Credit Union.
Midwest America Federal Credit Union.
Taking on the triple option presents a lot of problems as teams don't normally see it, maybe once throughout the course of a season. The Cougars buckled up this past Saturday in the 48-7 win over Concordia, limiting the Cardinal run game to 145 yards rushing, with 59 of those coming on one play.
Well, out of however many snaps they had, 70-some snaps, we made one mistake. So, pretty good grade on the day. You hope those don't end up in touchdowns, but it did. But we recovered. It was good, that we had to face some adversity early in the game. We had to have a resiliency and fight back, which we did on both sides of the ball. We were a little sloppy on offense to start the game as well. Wind was a little bit of a factor going into it in the first quarter. But settled down behind 7-3 and got control of the game again, and then things took off.
Things took off in a big way. St. Francis responded to the long touchdown run by scoring 3 straight touchdowns heading into halftime. After the break, the motivated Cougs held Concordia on a goal line stand, then proceeded to go 97 yards in 2 plays with 9 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
Well, the game was probably not in doubt at that point. But if they had scored, they're back in it. They had a reverse called on 4th and goal. And they had everybody reacting, to the first fake. And then Pearson Harnish, he accelerates so quickly, redirected and made the tackle and had some company with him. So that was just a huge goal line stand at that point. So now we're backed up on our own 3-yard line. So, you have choices down there. Do you get conservative and run the ball and hopefully get a first down or at least get some room to punt? We decided to be aggressive. We had the wind at that time and felt like that our receivers are as good as anybody, and we had definite mismatch advantage on the outside on both of them. So we went up on top, and Nick threw a great ball to Sept, and a beautiful catch, and that was like 40-some yards. And then the next play, we threw a big post to Cam, and 97 plays, and didn't take very long. 97 yards and 2 plays, and happened pretty quick. So that was the knockout punch for the day.
Senior receiver Cam Smith has been delivering knockout blows throughout his Cougar career and is currently second all-time in receiving yards for the program. He has 17 career touchdown receptions. 11 of those have been on plays of over 40 yards. Along with Seth Coate, the tandem packs a big punch.
Well, he's got great speed. He is able to focus, and make the catch. So many times when you're trying to escape a defender and you usually have hands on you, pushing and grabbing, holding, that he has the ability to escape it. And then after you do all that, you got to have a good throw. So that requires good protection. It needs a little time on the long ball. And then there's spot throws. You throw it up at a point and he's got to go get it. So again, he accelerates very well and goes and makes big plays. And he's done that through his whole career. And going back to your original statement, I think Seth Coate and Cam Smith are the 2 best. They're go-to guys, and defenses have got to pay strong attention to both of those guys. You can't double both of them. So, good luck.
Quarterback Nick Ferrer has been honored once again as the Conference Offensive Player of the Week. his 4th throughout 7 games.
Well, he's such a great leader, and he's a very confident young man. He's a smart young man. He studies the defense. He knows where the ball has to go. He's human, you know, he's going to make decision errors periodically, but he's got such a handle on things, and the ball gets out so quickly. You know, people say, well, you know, we're going to pressure and take our chances. Well, with an offensive line that protects pretty well and a quarterback that gets the ball out of his hand pretty well, you know, that's another factor you got to deal with other than having some great receivers. So you throw that in with a defense that gets the ball back fast and some pretty good running backs. I like our chances most of the time.
The St. Francis offensive line has been playing good football all season long and is anchored by 5th-year senior Gus Hancock. In 2011, he came in with 62 other freshmen. This past Saturday, USF honored 14 seniors on Senior Appreciation Day.
I mean, everybody's got the different reasons for dropping out and everything, but the guys that are here now are definitely the guys that really love it the most and still have fun at it and just love this program and love this team and love the purpose of what we're playing for. I think that's why we've got 14 seniors, and 6 or 7 of those, including myself, are 5-year seniors, so we've really stuck it out and went through all the hard work, and we're here for the team.
And the team is thriving right now, ranked number 7 in NAIA with a perfect 7-0 record. A far cry from a year ago when the Cougars were knocked out of the top 25.
Coming off the season we had last year, and as a team as a whole, not just the senior group, I mean, the seniors, we knew we had to really step it up in our leadership, and some guys had a lot more playing experience than others, and so we knew as a group we had to really step it up, and vocally and in action we had to really step it up and just be leaders for the team. And we had a lot of young guys come in, and we have a lot of young guys playing now and starting, so there's a really good mix of different experience levels throughout the team right now, and I think that's really part of why we're successful, is because we've got young guys watching older guys play well. We've got older guys watching young guys just really buying into the program and buying into what we're playing for this year.
During the 6-5 season a year ago, blame was being thrown every which direction, with a lot of emphasis thrown towards the O-line. That criticism has fueled the big guys up front, and now the offense is nationally ranked number 3 in total offensive yards per game and scoring offense.
Fantastic. We all play together really well. We work hard together, and we're not in practice. We all watch enough film and prepare really well for it. We're ready for the game every Saturday. We're ready to go. We're really well fitted together line, so I think that's one reason why we're able to perform so well we do every Saturday.
Their names don't often show up in the game recaps, and they're not usually highlighted in the Cougar highlight videos. So let's meet the O-line from Gus's perspective. Starting with junior left tackle Keegan Bruner.
Definitely a vocal leader, I would say. He really buys into the preparation part, watches a lot of film. He works hard in the off season, as well we all do. He works really hard in the off season. I don't know if I can think of one word for him. He's a really vocal leader, and he's one of those seniors. He's a 4-year senior, but he's got 1 more year eligibility. So I feel that he'll just be better as he performs next season too, as he is this year.
Junior center Brian Gegner.
Definitely a guy you could say he's real football smart. Just from playing, me and Gegner have always kind of had a competition with each other, see who can get more starts, and it's been the past 3 seasons. Me and him have been basically going head-to-head trying to get starts on games, and we've both done a really good job. Like I said, he's a real football smart guy, and he takes charge out there at center. I mean, that's a guy you need at center, a guy who can take charge, and he prepares well for it, and he knows the schemes, and he does a really good job at it.
Junior right guard Zach Minardo.
Meach, like I said, he's just another real football smart guy. He prepares well. He's there for it. This last week, and I got in a little tussle with another player, and he was there for me and to back me up. And I mean, that's just the kind of teamwork you need at a line of unit. The uniform ability is what you need.
Never one to shy away from a tussle is sophomore right tackle Alex Woods.
Alex definitely, I mean, we're all tenacious, but you could say Alex kind of goes out of his way to be the most tenacious guy you can find on the field. And you can go back and watch film. You can say he's kind of out there headhunting a lot of times. And I've told him in the games before, I was like, I never knew you could be that fast just to go out and try to hit somebody like that. But yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that just loves to be aggressive, and it shows real well in his, I mean, that's one reason why we're being successful, because we got a real aggressive and tenacious offensive line, and we're able to perform well like that. So.
And lastly, the man who has been with Gus every step of the way, fifth-year senior Jack Baker.
Yep, 5 years. Me and him are the two fifth-year senior offensive linemen. Jack, giving him a lot of crap over the years, but he's a guy that you can count on working hard when he needs to, and if he needs to, and he's on the second string right now, and he's one of those guys you can put in, and when he gets going, he's a heck of a guy to stop, and he's just so big, and he's got arm length that you just can't get past, and he can be a real good asset to the team.
Up next, St. Francis will travel to the western suburbs of Chicago to take on number 9 ranked Robert Morris in the Cougars' first top 10 matchup of the season.
They're good. They're talented. They're big and strong and fast. Very athletic, probably the most athletic secondary that we've seen thus far. I am a Raider from the NAIA Coaches, and you know, you try to get all the information and resources you can before you cast a vote. You know, there's the power rankings and computer rankings all over, and many of those have St. Francis #1 and Robert Morris #2. So yeah, we're looking at this as the best on the best, and we're going to find out who is the best come Saturday.
The Eagles have proved they can play with the best. They beat then #1 Marion 30-21 at their place, but then a week later lost on the road to USF Illinois, a team that currently has a 5-2 record, including losses to St. X and Truman State.
Well, you know, you can have big games, you can have great games, and you can pull upsets, play maybe a little better than you ever thought you could be. But the real key in having a great season, a great football team, is being able to play when the adrenaline is not necessarily there, and you just have to go out and play good, hard football and find a way to win. You know, we've had a few of those. We left a lot on the field in Indianapolis. After the Marion week, we had another good Siena Heights football team coming in. It was a slugfest for a while. Maybe a little flat then, maybe a little bit that way against Concordia. But, you know, you have to pick yourself up, and you know, you have to have the resiliency to deal with adverse circumstances and make plays, stick together, be confident in yourself and in your teammates, and make things happen. So sometimes it's easier to get up for that big game. You know, we're probably going to see that this week. I'm sure that's you know, they're going to be jacked up, and I'm guessing we probably will be too. So hopefully we see the best out of both football teams. I'm anxious to see how we stack up.
Gus has known for some time now that this is a key game for the Cougars.
We've known throughout the whole season they were going to be a big contender against us. We haven't really focused on them. Like I said before, we've taken this 1 week at a time, 1 game at a time, but now it's Robert Morris week. We know that they're good. Their record says it. They upset Marion as we did. We've been watching film on them. They're, as far as the defensive package, they're a real fast-moving team. They play zone well. They've got some really good players. You can tell they're well coached, and they're like us, they're kind of a tenacious team, and I think it'll be a really good matchup, and I have no doubt that we'll perform well and more than likely come out on top, but I have no doubt it'll be a really tenacious battle.
St. Francis has played with tenacity all season long, and therein lies Hancock's key to success.
Just continue what we're doing. We prepare really well each week, stay focused in practice. Going to try to win the game before the game. It's something our coaches tell us. Just make sure we prepare well and not get that cocky attitude. Just go in with what we're doing, just being mean, playing harder, and just wanting it more than the other team.